in a relationship, you have to weigh up the pros and cons. And if the pros outweigh the cons, then you make those compromises that you have to in a relationship. I wasn't prepared to make those compromises because I was quite selfish. So therefore, that's why all my relationships failed. And I'm not morbid about it. I just accept it. I once realised that I was better off with a crowd of people, like classes or when I was doing stand-up, than I am with someone I'm emotionally involved with. And again, this true story. I was living with this girl in a Swiss cottage, and one night on a Sunday, it was when the pubs closed at 10. And I don't know if you've been out on a Sunday night with, and we were sitting there and we weren't talking. We were just looking and thinking, what the fuck am I doing here? And she was thinking, and we were living together. And suddenly these three actors I knew came into the pub. And I came alive. I said, we're janking, jumping around, all this energy, everybody laughing and jokes were happening and all that. And they said, we're going to a party. Do you fancy coming? And I said, yeah, I'd love to come. So I said to her, do you fancy coming to the party? And she said, no. And I said, why? I said, come on. I said, we'll have a great time and all that. No, she said, I don't want to go. I want an early night. So I said to them, no, I said, I'm sorry, we're not going to the party. I was really fucked off with her, because I wanted to go to the party. So we went back and I sat there, and then we went back to what we were before they came in, and we're just sitting there thinking, what the fuck, And then I said, do you fancy going home? She said, no, I've got a much better idea. Why don't you go and fuck your audience? And that was the story. The audience was far more important to me than the person I had to go back to or I was with. That's why lots of performers are very, end up on their own or a lot, and they lead very sad lives because they only come alive in front of other people. When they go home, they either drink too much. Where are you going to get that? I mean, like Freddie Mercury, when he appeared in front of 200,000 people, where are you going to get that buzz from? In real life, it's impossible. You can't get it. So he was into drugs, he's after parties. I never went to one, but I was told by people who did. After a show, he'd have these parties. He'd take a suite of a hotel somewhere. He'd have one for heterosexuals, a big suite for heterosexuals, big suite for bisexuals, and a big suite for homosexuals, either sex. And he'd flip from one to another. And these went on for 3 or 4 days. And that's how he'd come down. Because where do you come? When you reach the high in front of 200,000 people, where do you come crashing down? So lots of performers find it very difficult. Look at John Lennon. He used to beat up his wife, Cynthia, and his son. Is it Julian? Yeah. And they lead lives of quiet desperation.